I am very curious about how the microscope works.
Would you like to see your finger on that?
Okay.
Yep. So you just put it at the edge.
Okay.
And we can magnify it.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. Wow. That's nice.
We have different microscopes in the lab. This is the stereo microscope.
Okay.
So what it does is that it's unlike the other ones that we have here. It has a low magnification potential. We use it to scan cells. So we use it, it's like a scanning tool. We use it to look for oocytes and collect them.
Okay, so this is what you basically use during egg collection.
For egg collection, yes.
Okay.
It gives us the range to see the cells in their environment and to isolate them, to pick them out.
Okay.
So how it works is that point light at different angles.
Okay.
It gives us like that kind of virtual reality view. So you'll be able to see the surface of the cell, you'll be able to see their shadows and start to help you pick out the cells. Unlike the other microscopes that just point out the light on like a flat surface, so you're like seeing through the wires. Okay. This one is like a 3D view.
Wow.
So that's the fun thing about it. The magnification is about 40 times maximum the real cell.
Wow. That's very lovely. But before we go more deep into the microscope, I just want to ask, you said it helps to magnify tiny cells. What's the difference between the microscope and that magnifier? You know, the one that shows
the magnifying lens that you used in biology class.
Yes.
So this also has a lens.
Okay.
But it has more than one lens, and it has stronger lenses. That your magnifying glass, it can see maybe just two times there is no additional technology that enhances the image quality of your object. So that one is just like to basically see maybe a writing. You want to increase the legibility.
So would you use this in a normal microbiology lab?
In a normal, no, this it depends on your microbiology. This is a lab, of course, and it's also a biology lab. So it depends on the complexity. In a school microbiology lab, what the microscope that you see there is a simple microscope. We'll still talk about that.
Okay.
So there are simple microscopes, there are complex microscopes, and there are stereo microscopes. Stereo microscopes are like microscopes that have that like camera element. So it's giving you more than just the actual image you see. It's giving you that virtual image, like this one. So yes, that's it.
That's nice. So this is the Nikon SMZ.
Yes, Nikon. Nikon, you know they also make cameras now.
Yes, I think I know their
In fact, they're popular for that. Okay. So yes, cameras and microscopes, they have similar mechanism of action. So you make cameras, you make microscopes. So we can check out other.
Okay. So can we see other microscope? So
aside this, you have the complex microscopes.
Okay.
They can be of different ways. This is an inverted microscope. And what that means is that, inverted. What that means is that the lens is on the other side, is like inverted.
Okay.
All the other microscopes, you see the lens on the top. We'll still look at the microscope like that.
Okay.
The lens is coming from above, but this one you have it under. And what the advantage of that is that, of course, this is an IVF lab. We work with gametes. I need a flat surface without any impediments to be able to like adjust your gametes, your dish, without any fear of accidents. So like this, if you had to have this microscope, you can pan it down. If you had to have this set of microscopes, right, on top, there's always that risk of accidents of flipping the dish.
I want to prevent SAE from happening.
Exactly. So that's why you have it inverted. And aside that, there are also different lenses. You know, the stereo microscope that I was talking about has just one lens, and you adjust down. But this one, they have this this is the objective lens.
Okay.
So you can adjust it based on the magnification you want. So there is the times 20, there is the times 10, there is times 40. This has a magnification of times 10.
Okay.
So based on what you want to look at in particular, you just put it. So it has a maximum magnification of times 1000.
If you call this an inverted microscope,
yes,
right? And you said one of the advantages that it allows you to, you know,
to
move your
manipulate
dish, without the
without
fear
the risk
of
of accident.
So why don't you use this for the egg collection rather than the other one? Since this one has, you know, kind of reduced the risks of what you just explained.
So first off, and I said that is a stereo microscope, and
Okay.
this is a variation of a complex microscope.
Okay.
So it has but the lens is inverted. Now the difference between the complex microscope and the stereo microscope is that this one, it views the image in a 2D form. Like this one is just emitting that light and bouncing the light back. You can say at an angle that is flat. And the magnification is much higher. This has a less magnification, and it points the light at different angles. It gives you that stereo vision, like a virtual image at angles. So you'll be able to see your eggs with shadows.
Okay.
You understand? So it gives you, because if you are just in the egg flat, if you are trying to collect the egg flat, it will blend in with the other things inside. You won't be able to isolate them differently from the other particles in the dish. So this one gives you, it's just like a scanning. It's not that, the magnification is not so high, and it gives you that leverage to scan through the cells, the dish, to isolate the cell that you want in particular. But for further manipulation, for complex procedures, when you're trying to assess the quality of the oocytes, maybe you're trying to grade your embryos, or for injection.
You use this
I mean intracytoplasmic sperm injection. You use the inverted microscope, and this inverted microscope is just the microscope that is here. You will see that this is a variation of it. This also has the lens inverted, but it has micro manipulators to use to manipulate.
Which are these
the
things
eggs.
that looks like needles?
Yes.
Okay.
So they are used to manipulate the eggs and the sperm. In the case of intracytoplasmic injection, to inject each egg.
ICSI and IMSI.
Which is ICSI or IMSI, yeah. So this is the Narishigi. Is the Narishigi micro manipulator.
Okay.
It's a different type. We have basically 3 types: the Narishigi, the RI. This one is the RI. The RI has an older version that we have here, Integral 1 and Integral 3.
That's nice.
So they are also macro manipulators with inverted microscopes in them.
Okay, these are all inverted microscopes.
Yeah, they are all inverted. The microscope element there is inverted, but it also has an add-on. Those are the micro manipulators. It's all coupled together to give you the ICSI workstage.
Wow, that's very, very nice and fascinating.
So would you like to see an uninverted microscope?
Yes!
This is our microscope. It's also a complex microscope. It's not inverted. That's why.
I think I understand what you mean now. Yes. This is what,
So this is what is inverted. You can see the.
Yes, it's
so the light. The light is pointing. The other one that we're talking about, the light was pointing from above, but this one, the light is pointing from under. So you can see. So the lenses are from on top. You can also adjust the lens based on the magnification you want. This is times 100, this times 40, times 20, times lower magnifications. Yeah. And as an add-on to it, there is a phase contrast. So we call this a phase contrast microscope. And what that does is that it creates a contrast in the cells. The normal light microscope you see in a biology lab is just simple light microscope. You put your cell under, you view it. But you will not be able to see the structures of the cell, the membranes. You'll be able to see, but not very well, right? It looks, because most cells are transparent. So the structures in the cells, you can't really pick them out, except you stain them. Now, when an IVF lab, you want to be staining the cells there because you need them.
Yeah.
Before you stain them, they are dead, right? So we don't want dead cells.
Okay.
So that's why we're using the phase contrast to create that contrast that makes us to see the structures in the cell.
So you've
while
seen
they're
like
still alive.
maybe in the cell, it's the contrast kind of give maybe the mitochondria a different color, the nucleus a different color. Is that what you are trying to say?
So like contrast in your image, it creates high tones and dark tones.
Okay.
So you see shadows or you see like borderlines. For example, the membrane of the cell will be darker than what is inside the cell, and any structure there, you see the gradients from dark tone to light tone. So you'll be able to pick them out and know an idea. You have an idea of that structure. So all the microscopes like that has the phase contrast.
Okay.
Because, like I said, when the IVF lab, you don't want to be staining any cells.
So what do you use this microscope for basically?
So this one in particular, we use it to analyze semen samples.
Okay.
Right? Because there's no risk of throwing your semen sample away. So you don't need the inverted for the semen. This is a simple setup. The microscopes are out top. The light is under. So you just put your semen sample on a slide and it's going to be scanned there. Simple and easy. Right.
I used to see all these videos on TikTok where they are analyzing some things under the microscope and they will add maybe after putting the sample on the
so
slide.
they add like a dye.
Yes.
Yes. So in this case, you don't need it because that's the phase contrast. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, that's
so
what we're talking
a
about.
simple microscope, a light microscope, we call it bright field microscope. It does not have that contrast. So to isolate the structures in the cell, you have to dye it. So you see some yeah, basically that's it.
So is that the sperm cell counter?
Yes. You watch my last video, you see it. This is a differential counter to count different cells, but in our case, we just use it to count.
Is this part?
Subscribe and like this video.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Here with Nurse Sherifat Adams today. Yes, I'm the host of the show. My name is Inyola. Welcome back to our channel.
Yeah.
So basically, Nurse Sherifat came here to help us with our video, which you'll be seeing in the link below. Please subscribe, and put a nice comment. Thank you very much.
For more content about the lab.
Yeah. So Nurse Sherifat.
Yes.
Since you got into the lab, how has it been? I mean, what's the knowledge about the microscope?
Okay, so the lab itself is, a fascinating place. This is where the main, this is the heart of Bridge Clinic, where the oocyte, which is the egg, and the sperm comes together, and then we do the transfer.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we hope for a positive
results.
Outcome. So getting to learn, first we learn about semen analysis, and then now getting to know more about how the microscope works is actually, I just thought that the microscope is just something you use to view smaller object to make it large, but knowing that there are different type of microscope and different uses of them is actually very, very nice. And I hope we can keep doing things like this. It's not just to educate the outside, even we the staff
of Bridge Clinic,
not all of us know these things actually.
Exactly.
So it's actually very nice.
Okay, that's
so
very
really,
good.
Really happy I'm here.
Okay, we are glad to actually help you.
Thank you
in terms
much.
of your knowledge and everything.
Thank
you. Next time you'll be coming into the laboratory, I think we'll talk to you about the incubators.
No, we are yet to do the incubators. Hopefully that will be what is next.
Yes, exactly.
Because I really want to know how the culture system is in the incubators. I heard there's a desktop
benchtop.
Thank you very much. And I don't really know what that is. So I really want to know, how does it work, how does the culture system works in there, what is the environment, how is the temperature supposed to be, things of that sort. So I really hope you guys invite me next time to have that done.
No problem. I'm sure our fans will also want to know what a benchtop incubator does. So stay tuned. Please comment and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Peace out.
Bye.